Yeah.
Perfect.
Feel. This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah. It's all about us.
Okay, you ready, dude? Are you feeling good?
Feeling great.
Good, great, grand. Get on the bus. And 3, 2, 1. Boom. What up?
How's this thing work? Are we live? Are we on?
We're on.
Are we rolling?
We're not live per se, but you and I are live.
Are we gonna film this one?
Recording.
Are we filming this one?
We are film. We are also filming.
Okay. Cool. Well, good to know. Welcome to episode 47, guys.
Yeah, 47. We are in the Z and I equivalent version of live. You guys are going to get to hear us Tuesday night.
Every bit of it, 'cause
Wednesday
we're doing
morning.
it.
But you know what, dude? It's Monday night for us.
Ready to start a fight.
Local time. And we're here to get into some shit on episode 47.
I'm excited. As always, I am Z.
I'm Justin.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, dude. These are flying by. This year's coming up on us.
It really is. It's
like,
coming in hot.
Yeah, dude. It's feeling like a little bit of an end of an era.
A little bit. Are you kind of sad?
A chapter ending, sorta, but not really.
I mean, because how fun was it though starting it out? Because there's not like that much pressure. Because there's a little bit of pressure. I feel like now.
Nah, I feel like there's way less now, dude. I had a lot of pressure on us in the beginning.
Well, yeah, no, I okay, so I agree with that. But what I'm saying is I think that there's a lot of pressure in this sense that okay, we've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time to get going. Okay, now it's time to start adding the merch. Now it's time to start doing this.
Well, yeah,
that picks up a little quicker. I feel like the more you've been doing it, you know.
Well, we've got the merch and we've got all that and we've had it, but and we give it away every once in a while to some deserving people.
Yeah, we give it away.
But
we give
it away now.
Yeah, we do.
And but that's sort of that. And the main thing is I'm just excited more so to get into the other projects that we're wanting to do.
Up. Yeah.
And like still be able to get stuff out every week. Maybe not as long of a stint. Maybe
a little more structured
haul.
For some of it.
But definitely just different.
Still gonna get plenty of Weber boys.
Yeah,
we'll
just different like settings and conversations and different things to
explore our interests a little deeper.
Because one of the things I'm really terrified of is just repeating constantly the same thing all the time, and like it's bound to happen.
Well, and that's the thing, because like we look at a year, and if we really honestly look at our past year, all our past year's been is really just compiling up a bunch of just episodes, but of content throughout our life. We haven't lived that long, so it's like, we do a whole year. Where this whole past year has just us been working on the podcast and us been working on everything else that we're doing. So it's like
ground floor.
What else are we going to sit here and talk about that for an hour and a half?
Well, I think it didn't start out like this, or it wasn't really the plan, but this first year's worth of episodes has really kind of wound up being this a prologue for like the rest of what Weber Boys Entertainment is, foundationally, and like because it's not just a podcast. It was never intended to just be the podcast, and we were calling it an entertainment brand, because that's gay. But we've always wanted to be doing other stuff with like skits and different sorts of shows. Yeah. And so we're just now going to be able to do that in a different way. We're really,
it'll help free up some of the. It'll just be more organized now to where it'll be.
Yeah, we're
able
getting
to be,
the structure of it all together to where we can actually do it all.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we know how to produce it, and obviously do all the stuff.
And we're way further ahead on a production level, personally, So
fuck yeah. But anyways,
enough about us.
Well, the whole show's about us.
We're boring.
But, speaking of boring, dude, you know what I've been really, really getting into on the television?
What's that?
is Double Shot at Love on MTV.
Double Shot at Love.
Yeah, dude. I
haven't seen it.
You know how MTV shows really do me in?
Oh yeah, they get you.
They
get
get
you
me-
every time. Where do
Not
they get
ev-
you?
not
Do they get you on the
everyone.
commercial? Like, so
No.
are you watching one show and then you get a commercial that entices you to go watch that?
Rarely.
Or
Sometimes.
do you see it online? Where do you find it?
You know what, dude?
Or Discovery,
It's for them. They have a very organized sort of universe to where they have people from like the same people from multiple shows just doing different things.
Okay.
So it's easy for me to
So
jump.
just jump on over to
Like
whatever
the shows that I'm pretty into with MTV are like The Challenge is one. I was super into The Real World when it was on. I saw it's coming back, but it's only coming back on Facebook Watch.
What?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, no, I mean
Well, I mean,
I don't
they're
think
really-
the
they're
show was
pushing.
doing very well, and but regardless,
Why not put it on YouTube and Facebook? Unless they have a deal with Facebook, but
I'm sure they do. But anyways, I used to watch that, and then fucking dude, Tattoo. How far is Tattoo far? I'm sucked into that.
That's
show.
what you
That
were
show.
the clips, right? You were showing me.
Yeah, those I was watching on YouTube, but they have like
I like
full
that show for the
episodes.
shit show, dude.
It's
It's a fucked up.
Crazy, dude.
Personally, I like the show Catfish. I think I've said that on the pod before early on.
we're big
Huge,
Catfish
huge fans of
people.
that. But
That
dude,
Tattoo. How far is Tattoo far? So we'll
All
give you
of
a quick synopsis. It's basically like two people come in, and either they're like they're best friends, or they're
Related.
brothers or sisters, or
boyfriend,
brother, sister,
girlfriend,
boyfriend, girlfriend, married couple,
married couple.
fiancés, dude, with a
Mhm.
wedding like
Mhm.
months out, and basically like it's a blind tattoo, and Snooki owns a tattoo shop from Jersey Shore,
Mhm.
along with this dude Nico, who's pretty dope.
Mhm.
But yeah, they do these blind tattoos, and like the other person gets to pick any design, and they're all about like teaching them a lesson.
Yeah.
And like one husband got like him and his wife had it seemed like a complicated relationship.
Weird one.
And they were into threesomes a lot, you know.
Possibly.
And well, they were when they were dating. I don't know if you saw this one with me, but anyways, recently she caught him watching porn.
Not it. I didn't see this.
Oh my god, dude. She recently caught him watching porn, and he is like wanting her to revert back to her freaky self.
Wow.
So he gets a threesome inappropriately tattooed
Wow.
on his chick's chest, dude, like on her, like right above her titty.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's not even threesome with a dude. It's two chicks with her in the middle. It's a
Wow.
sandwich. And
Dude.
there's two blonde chicks and her who's a brunette in the middle.
That's crazy. Dude, the show, I cannot believe it.
You want to know what
watching
his
it.
tattoo was?
What?
On his forearm in like kind of, like the ketchup font.
Sure, yeah.
I love porn. And the P and the O were titties. On his forearm, dude.
Hey.
He's got kids. They have kids together. Like this show
They're
is
married
nuts.
though, right?
Yes.
That's what's so fucking weird, dude. Like for me, if they set both of us right, to go do it,
Yeah.
I would for sure be like, you know what? He was saying something about wanting this, so I think this would be cool. Like this looks
Yeah,
dope,
like
and we're planning it out together. And I'm like,
Right.
dude, he's gonna think this is sick, man. Planning out just a whole sketch and making it cool and neato.
on my shoe.
I don't know. Worry about it later.
Yeah, I will.
And don't show it to the camera because it's nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe some of the things that they're doing to their friends.
Yeah, it's mean, dude. It's
Like,
downright mean.
These are your close friends.
Yeah.
Like they did someone on that woman's leg.
yeah.
She did because she thought she was all that. She was like, so there's the hot friend and there's a not. So she was
Less
like,
hot.
there's one that's not hot and then there's the hot friend, and she's like, my hot friend thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. and I'm not having it anymore, so I'm going to teach her a lesson. I'm going to show her. But she doesn't think she's ever pretty enough, blah, blah, blah. It ended up being sweet and working out some fucking how, but, I mean...
Oh, those were the chicks from the Floribama Shore, dude.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, so they're from a different show.
That show seems like shit show.
That I haven't got into that one yet. But, like, anyways, so Double Shot at Love is what we were talking about, and that is with...
How do we even start talking about tattoos?
Because
Oh,
we were talking about shows on MTV.
You never answered how you got wrapped into those to begin with. I guess you kind of
I
did.
did,
because
it's a universe. They just bounce around from show to show within MTV. So Double Shot at Love is Vinny. It's my boy Vinny and DJ Pauly D. You know,
love Pauly.
And you know, they're out there, they're kicking it with a lot of females. It's a good time. It's very lit. Super lit.
Such a good time.
And dude, the show though, I swear to God,
tell us about it. I haven't seen it.
Okay, so the funny thing was they started out with they pretended, because they're prank war champions, that it was just a dating show for Vinny.
Okay.
And Pauly D was the host. And so there's 11 chicks, or however many chicks, I think it was 11. And it's like The Bachelor, but it's, you know, Vinny and
Sure.
Pauly that are bachelors, obviously. So then that's one gaggle of chicks. They meet, and they all think that DJ Pauly D is the host. They're getting there to get to know Vinny, and so they're mingling and shit. They send those chicks out to a hotel for the night, bring in another gaggle of chicks, and they're there to date Pauly D, and Vinny's the host.
Oh man, that's fun.
And so you got all these chicks that think that they're just there to talk to Pauly, and Vinny's watching from upstairs via hidden cams and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And sees all these connections getting made. Then the next day they bring them both groups of girls into the house, and they have a pool party.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Yo, what?" They felt a little pissed, but anyways, the
Damn.
show.
So wait, who set up the prank?
Both the prank war champions.
Oh, they set
Vinny
it
and
up.
Pauly. They're like, "Yeah,
Let's do this.
Yeah, we think it's funny, you know, if we do this." And that.
Okay.
But the girls were like trying to guess who the celebrity was that they were gonna get to date. They didn't know,
Oh,
so they're
man.
like going into it. And then when they see Pauly come down, they're like, "Oh my God, it's Pauly!" Bye. He's like, "I'm very excited to see all you ladies, but I have some sad news to report. I am not, sadly, the celebrity bachelor guy. I am just the host. But my friend Vinny is the celebrity that you're going to be dating." And then
Okay.
they went nuts, and then they did vice versa. It was so funny, dude. But
Had to be there.
yeah, but the show, I'll say this: people that think Pauly D and Vinny are like, or any of the Jersey Shore people really are shallow, they should watch the show, dude. Because I'm telling you,
Got some personalities,
it's not
or
as
not
much-
personality. They got the.
They obviously have personality.
They got it. They feel it in here.
Yeah. Like, they obviously have
heart.
personality because they've been on TV for so long, and people have been
Yeah,
so
yeah,
receptive.
for sure.
But like,
10 years, I think.
but then for them to be so picky about who they're gonna be dating and who they're gonna, like, it was really cool because you could tell that they were putting a lot of thought into
the whole picture.
not just going after the really hot girls. Like, arguably the hottest girl that was there in the whole thing, they
Sent
kicked
home?
her ass to the curb real quick. Or no, maybe she quit.
Center walking. Why'd she quit?
Well, she was vegan, and they didn't have her
What?
type of chicken at the house, and I was causing.
Well, chicken's not vegan, so. What is she looking for?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't chicken.
She looking for chicken?
Maybe it wasn't vegan. Well, I don't remember what her malfunction was, dude. But she was hot, and she was from.
Unless she's one of those people that only eat fish.
But said something so bitchy on the way out. She was like,
Not happy.
"Pauly D, yeah." She was like, "Pauly D, you're awesome. Vinny, sorry, no one knows who you are." Like, A lot of people know who Vinny is. People love
Dude, that's
Vinny.
such like a girl who's like pretty hot to say that she's
Yeah.
leaving, which is frustrating because you're like, well, I mean,
And she was vibing with Vinny too. Vinny
Really?
keeps getting fucked over in the show.
Why'd he get,
I feel
uh,
bad for that.
why'd he get what happened?
Well, spoiler alert.
You got to give us a scoop if you're going to talk about
Well,
it. For
no,
30
there's
minutes.
just a couple of girls that like are. They both Polly and Vinny made out with a chick fairly early on, right? Like
same girl.
no, like two different chicks.
Okay.
But the message to the whole house was like, hey, you know, even though we had that physical connection, make sure you get to know like both of us guys so that we can, you know, see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those like earlier connections that were probably some of those stronger ones are kind of now like starting to fizzle or go back and forth. Like there's this chick L, really hot.
Name's L.
Yeah, and she
What
was
was that for? Short for?
I'm not sure, but
Maybe Lauren.
But they were, her and Vinny were feeling it, and then she was like saying some shit to Paulie that I was like, dude, if like how do you just homie hop like that? Like the homie
She
hop,
did?
yeah, the homie hopping on this show is so real.
I bet I
And-
could believe that. Where's this located at?
MTV, the app.
Great. No, sure. But like where are they at? Like where's their
LA.
location? Okay. Cuz it makes a big difference if they're in Miami, LA or Vegas.
Well, the girls are from all over, dude.
I get they're from all over, but I'm saying where are they at now?
They don't go out, which is cool. Like that's another cool thing.
What do they do? Just hang out at the house?
Yeah, the house it's a big
Just the
mansion.
ultimate fighter for fucking dating?
Basically, yeah, dude.
What do they get to work out? Do they
Yeah, there's a gym. There's a dope outdoor gym.
Dude, I would go crazy.
There's a club. No, dude, there's a club. It's dope.
Do you have like a chef, I would imagine?
Oh, they've got the works.
Yeah, I
dude.
bet.
As far as comfort and luxury.
yeah, I'm
goes.
sure, yeah. I mean, they're hooking you up, I guess. It's
dude,
like
but it's basically us two.
instead of
up,
naked and afraid, that's
it's
like
basically the Italian older version of us two up there.
yeah.
I feel like you and I would really fit in well with the Polly and Vinny camp, and we could just be boys, except until it gets to like gets too lit, dude. At a certain point,
Because I'm not a huge club guy.
Me
I've
neither.
decided.
Yeah, dude. Like, but they seem dope. They just seem like really cool guys and genuine dudes. So
I gathered
like the
that from the
show.
show. They were always my two favorite watching the JS, dude. I used to watch before I had a driver's license, dude. I binge watched them.
yeah, it's a good show. Speaking of good shows, also too, congratulations are in order for the Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues.
St. Louis fucking Blues.
I don't know what more there is to say. You know,
They did it.
they had a great playoff run.
Phenomenal.
Congrats to Tarasenko.
Some would say
You
the
had
best in the league.
You had
They had
O'Reilly.
the best playoff run in the league.
They
this
did
season.
had the best,
Some would say
the best playoff run in the league.
arguably the best team this season.
O'Reilly came out to play, dude, and that was cool to see because he's always been kind of one of my favorite guys.
He's also your real brother.
Nah, dude. But
Looks more like you than me.
everyone, anybody that says I look like them, and if it's a compliment for me, and that was something I got when I was playing in Colorado, and so was O'Reilly.
I forget
That someone,
That's a TBT.
yeah, someone said that I look like him, and I was like, dude, you know what? I like him now, and so I've always kind of liked him. But he finally won a cup.
It's done the polar opposite for me with Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he's in a.
Shaved my face. So did he the
Yeah, how
day
about-
after.
How about Connor shaving his face a day after
Dude,
you did?
I was so mad. All I have is the podcast, but that comes out on Wednesday, which is the same day. So I'm on Instagram on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I'm driving to fucking work, and I see his mug on my face, and he said, "Shave me beard."
Shave me beard.
And I was like, dude, fuck you, man. You've never shaved your beard. I just shaved mine. You know, a nice incentive was going to be, you know, I'm not going to get that, you know, every 5 steps. But anyways, it is what it is.
Yeah. A lot of F-bombs, though.
From the Blues corner.
Yeah, in the Blues. If anybody caught the game, the final game in the Stanley Cup, the celebration from the NBC Sports app. Now, I don't know if this was like this on like cable because I wasn't watching on that, but on the app they didn't bleep out anything. And
It's hilarious.
It made me like almost uncomfortable. And I was like, dude, is that how I sound?
Yeah, a little bit, because it was every other word. You're like, gosh, dude, come on,
gotta
clean it up, homie.
Every time I've seen those celebrations until now, the Stanley Cup celebrations, there's just a lot of bleeping, and so you know what they're saying.
Well, that, or they just mute it completely. You could hear it kind of cut out, but you don't really
Yeah,
a lot of times they just cut out the sound. They don't bleep.
Right.
In today's day.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they didn't do any of that. They just let it fly, and I'm for it,
bleep
dude.
on like the Travel Channel.
I'm for
shit.
it because it helps.
TMZ.
It helps give a little bit of context for me. You know, like sometimes I forget a little bit of
Where you
like
come
how. Yeah, I do, man. I forget how hockey guy I really am, and like cussing, unfortunately, is just one of those things that's always been.
Well, you played hockey more years than you've been
Not playing hockey
in your
in
life.
my life. Yeah. So, it's still an adjustment, but, little instances like that remind you that fucking A, dude. You're
fucking A, dude.
fucking rights. So, anyways, also congratulations. Sorry, what?
But the censorship, though.
Oh.
What I wanted to say about it was that what's crazy with it is I almost think that it's okay, and then now that the world is getting more okay with profanity, it seems like it's just not as much of an issue. As long as you're not saying...
Yeah, dude.
Like, you know what the new F word is? The new F word is FAGGOT. That's the new F word.
Yeah.
It's not fuck anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean...
We can
profanities
fuck.
Profanities are kind of like tattoos. And they're just becoming more socially acceptable, and I don't know about cool, but definitely more acceptable and understood.
Understood for sure. Well, in context like that, like you just won the championship, you won the game. Like in context,
good luck not saying fuck after that.
Yeah. Well, unless you were just there for like a minute, and you didn't play the whole season.
No, but
like,
if you
work your life for it,
if you worked your life for it and your name is going on that
think about
trophy,
Maroon.
Like, oh, dude.
Think about Maroon. He's from St. Louis. Didn't even know if he was going to have a job going into this season.
I know.
Picked up by the Blues. He's got that kiddo. He's got that dime piece of a girl.
Got them Frenchies.
He's got French Bulldogs. And he picked it up this season, dude, and he won a cup.
Yeah. Won a cup for his city.
For his city, dude.
And
St. Louis,
I saw a
Mizzou.
video of Tyrone Woodley. He's super excited, dude. So excited for them.
Cool. I bet it's big for St. Louis,
huge
though.
hockey fan.
I believe it.
He's a huge hockey fan. But
who isn't?
Yeah.
But anyways,
well,
that's kind of my take on the censorship thing.
I agree,
think it's
dude.
I
think it's good. Gives it some room to breathe and get those F words out there and let everybody feel it. It's contagious, dude. Because those are fun. Those are fun F bombs. Like those aren't angry F bombs that people should be worried about. I mean, it's like it's not a negative thing. It's a celebration.
We're not watching Scarface.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Well,
something real violent.
Another thing that we did that got into was the Tyson Fury fight.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury had an ass whoop, opened up a whole can of it, and
I love heavyweight boxing right now, dude.
Tell you what, dude, I think Tyson is got to be number one. That head movement that he was just
bobbing and weaving, dude.
It wasn't even.
And he's 6'9".
He's the biggest man, I think, to be able to move like that.
Got to be.
There's
got to be a world record for his movement.
Yeah, I don't know how you can quantify it, but if you could, the most amount of slipped hard punches from a giant killer.
Yeah. Here's what I don't like for Wilder, because I think they want to make that fight first quarter of next year. I heard in a press conference.
Good.
So what I'm worried about And Fury wants another one. So they want to give Fury another one in Vegas or somewhere in the States to help build up his name a little more. Because the fight didn't do that well with Wilder originally because Fury was just coming off of a layoff, of all that time, and no one really in the States knew who he was anyways until that fight.
Right.
Now they're starting to, and then he just won in Vegas. And then now this next one, they're planning on just doing that, getting the hype up, then doing Wilder. I don't like the fight for Wilder because he fought two bums going into that Wilder fight and had that huge layoff and had to lose all that weight. Now he's back in there and he's comfortable, feeling good probably, and had the Wilder fight.
Right. Yeah.
He
Fury's
thinks he won,
fighting,
and I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Well, I don't know, man. At first, I was upset about it, and then obviously, I don't know that much about boxing to begin with. So
I mean, yeah, I'm okay with the draw. I think a draw.
I ended up being okay with
I'm
it.
okay with
because
I love Deontay too. I like Deontay.
I don't remember who said it, but technically, he was out longer than 10 seconds, and that's the count in boxing. So, if there was a stopwatch, Tyson Fury technically would have been knocked out.
But then there's another one that was like, well, but if you started at the right, it's wishy-washy. But just give it the draw.
That's
have
why
a
I'm
rematch.
okay with it. Yeah.
And then, but Deontay's gonna get past Luis Ortiz, who's
is that happening?
Yeah, but it's second fight. Deontay's already beat him, but even still,
well, it's
still kind of a dangerous fight.
Yeah, he's a
based off of what Joshua happened.
Okay, so also though in combat sports, Chael Sonnen, who's a former UFC guy for a lot of years, company man, and then retired. Once before, came back, went over to Bellator.
Mm-hmm.
Great career. Z, I know you've got some thoughts.
Yeah.
Just a message, a thank you message or something.
Dude, honestly, yeah. Because I love Chael, man. I always did. Even when he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I remember for a while you didn't like him.
Yeah, you made a comment about hockey and
he just said it was rugby on ice. It's not really talking shit.
No, I think he made some other comment, but I've warmed up. I love Chael.
Yeah. Well, anyways, but yeah, I always I think he's really great. I love him more of an analyst than I do as a fighter. I really like his videos on YouTube that he puts out and the content that he does.
Yeah.
He does a great job at the ESPN too. And then especially what he does with Ariel, I kind of am excited because I think it'll help open him up for kind of more of that stuff, which I liked probably more so than his fighting. Because especially when I was like, how old was I when he was beating fucking guys?
It had to be 5.
Well, when he lost to Anderson, that would have been like 2010 or something. So we're looking at
that's 9 years.
That's
ago.
9 years ago. So I was just getting into the sport then. I was just starting to watch it and just starting to kind of train, but not really. I didn't start training, I don't think, until 2011. So I got into it, but then by that time he had already lost to Chael twice, or he'd already lost to Anderson twice. So, not that his career went downhill from there, but I was a fan. But he was a wrestler. I always trained way more striking, but nonetheless, he had a great career, and I'm,
thankful.
I'm thankful that he fought, and I'm thankful for what
the mark he left.
And also what he, because he started the entertainment era. We're not talking about that enough. I don't feel like he was kind of the first guy to really start talking shit and getting his fights because no one talked about him.
There's kind of a dark cloud around the idea of the entertainment era, so I think like he probably doesn't want to be.
No, he talks about it. He's fully open about.
I know, but like I think like other people don't necessarily want to drag him into like the shit that
his is more
come of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chael, I think everybody holds in pretty high regard.
I feel like if the Conor Habib incident didn't happen, it would be a little easier to.
Versus, Conor now is like has a
celebrate
him
for it.
Yeah, is not as celebrated.
Yeah.
So.
But it was always in good fun. He was always pretty witty. I mean, he said some things about Brazil that they didn't really like too much, but I think, he just was.
It was in good fun, I think, for him. He was just trying to sell the fight.
Mm-hmm. Which he did. He was one of the best at it. So shout out to Chael, and Wish him luck and enjoy his retirement.
Yep.
Wish him to enjoy his retirement, I guess.
Yeah. All right. What do you say we get into a story time? Socially
Do
awkward.
it. Social awkward story time.
Yeah.
This one from Reddit.
Yeah. This is another one from Reddit, dude. I mean, they have this great section full of socially awkward posts, and people have their stories. This one, it seemed like it was fairly descriptive. Coming to us from Malin Greenleaf. And it reads as follows, never point out a mistake in class. It could go like this. So right there, the suspense is up. So pretty much, I was in a history lesson doing about kinds and their heir to the throne. Now, I hadn't heard the word heir being said much at all, so I was under the impression it was pronounced higher. Higher.
You're right. You're
okay.
right.
Like you would hire someone to work for you. Okay.
Sure.
I then thought it was a good idea to tell a teacher it was spelled wrong and should be spelled higher, not air, in front of the whole class and turn into what looked like a cross between a tomato and a beetroot. I'm never going to point out a mistake in class again.
Well, you know what a beetroot is. You got that.
That's what the first thing you say after reading that?
Well, I mean, just take some positivity because you're kind of you're kind of on yourself a
Positivity,
little
dude.
bit, Malin. And you know what a beetroot is. I sure as fuck don't. I think a beet. It's something to do with that.
It's red, dude. It's
Okay.
a beetroot.
Tomato and a beetroot. All right. Well,
You know what I think the positive thing is for this? For Malin
self-awareness
Greenleaf?
too.
That's it, dude. That's it. You learned your lesson.
You learned your lesson.
And we all have to do it, especially if you're a smarter kid. Shout out to you for paying attention even, to what you're doing.
A lot of kids aren't even paying attention. They probably didn't even hear you say it, Like, yeah, it might be
Right.
embarrassing, but they're probably, oh, ha, ha, ha. But they have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. They're probably laughing at the teacher
Well,
because they
don't
think
say
it's
you can't say the F word because
why?
I don't know how old they are.
History, dude, they're in high school, bro. You don't take history unless you're in high school.
But are you
You take
not,
social studies before high school.
have you not heard the word air that much?
Dude, no, I'm with Malin, dude, because
Okay.
I didn't know it. I thought it was higher too, actually. Believe it or not.
No, I believe you.
Probably up until senior year of high school.
Really?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't pin back when I, figured out how to say it. But I was like, higher, air, and then I hear people saying air, and then I'm like, all right, whatever.
You know what is interesting about the word air?
No one
though?
uses it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's used a lot though in like insurance and
for sure, but
finance.
that's how many what percentage of people do that?
I don't know. I mean, I do, so that's all I know.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
If you're in high school, you don't know that shit.
I before E except after C. This doesn't follow that rule.
Does not. It's
So
kinda doing
that's
its own thing.
something that you could bring up.
You should. If you're
You
making a
know.
case for it, I would say that's not even a word. It's
If
a
you have
baseball
a
player.
if you have if you have a problem with the word, and you want to make some sort of a thing, you could go to school and just say, you know what? I am curious about this. I'm okay with it not being pronounced higher, but I do have an issue with the fact that the I goes after E and there's no C even in the picture.
Yep. So
So-
now
so
there's
what do
an
you
exception
So
to
what
the rule.
so what do you think about that? And
what
and-
else is there slipping under the rug with
Yeah.
your bullshit rule that you taught me in 3rd grade?
Yeah, I before E except after C. There's no C. I is after the E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole class. You know what, dude? Though, you know what?
So on that rule alone, you and Malin are in the clear, in my opinion, for thinking it's higher.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, you should be. And my thing is,
You
with
guys
it,
are in
though,
the clear.
I was never a big. I would never point out an error in class, and that's error, as in ERROR, not error, as in HEIR.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
I was,
think-
dude.
You were.
First team. I was first team
Not
all
me, man.
call out answers.
I would never call out answers. I would never correct things, man. I was good just being in the
I would try to do it so that I would go overboard because there would be times where like I wouldn't engage at all, and I would need for the good to outweigh the bad, you know.
See, I used to always I used to get the better, well, passing grades. I'm not gonna say better grades. 'Cause I never had good grades, but I used to have to deal with my teachers on the back end and be like, oh, he's just a real nice kid.
Yeah.
He's quiet.
I had to get into some of that in my high school days.
That was me in high school. I was quiet. I wore a hoodie, and they're like, I just feel kind of bad for him. He's
I didn't
a
have
sophomore in high school. He's 6'2". He's kind of awkward looking.
Yeah, you had a rougher high school experience, I think.
Well, I just got dumped into a new state, and I didn't know what to do. So I just hung out at the library until someone came up to me, and I made some friends.
That's true, man. I commend you for it.
I could have used this.
Look at us now on the podcast, though, dude. Talking to everybody about being socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So, Malin Greenleaf. All in all, dude, this is it. You can't.
If it's not for you, it's not for you. And I think having this happen to you is showing you that it's not for you.
It's a good.
And it's okay because
it's a good lesson.
It's not for me. It's for guys like him. Select few. When the minute you try to be a guy like him, or if there's a girl like you, a girl like that, if you're trying to be that and you're not that, you fall on your face every time. Believe it. Take it from me. I've graduated high school. I've done that. I've been there. I've done that. I've taken pointers from this guy. He tells me, he's like, dude, bro, baby bro, do this. And then I show up to school and I do that. You know what he said? He said, dude, you can show up late to Fialka's class and bring food. He doesn't give a fuck. And I bring back food with my buddies from lunch, because we used to be able to go out to lunch, if you remember. Bring it back. We'd throw it away. We'd throw our food away.
You had to throw your food away?
And got in trouble for being late.
In his class?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would show up like 15 minutes to his class.
I did it once. He said, don't do it again. We did it again. We threw it away.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude, I brought...
Except me, though.
Oh, except you?
Except me.
I was the same way. Everybody would get in trouble.
Throw their food away.
He literally made 3 people throw their food away in front of me. They were throwing their stuff away. I walk in after them as they're throwing their stuff away, and I had a ice cream from Sonic. It was like a cookie dough blast from Sonic. I had a bag of cheeseburger and tots, dude. And
gosh,
I would just be in the back, and these people had to throw their food away.
Man, dude,
Fialka had that arm, dude. He was missing an arm.
Yeah, he was. He used to always make jokes about it in class. Didn't know if we could laugh or not. Well, you know what I think the thing was for me is he's like, you're a big dude. Why don't you play for the football team? And I'm like, nah, I don't. He's like, do you play any sports? I'm like, I do MMA. And he's like, oh, MMA, you should join the wrestling team. I'm like, no, dude, I just said I'm good. I do what I do. And then after every class, he would like be asking me questions and like talking about. I'm like, you trying to get into it or
you trying to train, dude?
Yeah,
or
like
what are you doing?
Give you directions to my gym.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
He move around.
Well. Maybe he's listening to the pod.
Maybe, dude. I
Doubt
loved Fialka, man. He was a great. He did world history right.
I think he's the only teacher at that school I remember their name.
Me too.
That can't be true.
He was the nicest guy, dude. And he used to huck around that computer and go from, office to office.
I used to pride myself on being able to remember all my teachers from start to finish, and now that like I'm sitting here,
we got Maestis though
on air.
I remember him.
He was weight training, but those who can't do
Conan.
Those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym. You just rattled off 2 gym teachers. Don't count.
Conan. They were both affiliated with Arizona somehow too, which I remember, which was weird.
Yeah, and the one also was a PE teacher for my goalie coach, John Graham, who played played for a few NHL teams, and then also banged Pamela Anderson.
That's cool. Who else am I before Tommy Lee or after?
Had to have been after, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, man, because who else did I know? I had an art teacher named Miss DeFonte, I think.
She sounds hot. People
I
probably
think she
don't want to
was.
know, but
Yeah.
I wonder how many other people think about that. Like, do you guys all
I've been wanting to go
remember?
through a yearbook for a while now.
Do you guys all remember your teachers? And if not, does it bum you out? And also, too, is it just because like you went to too many schools? I went to too many schools.
I went to too many schools
I had
too.
too many teachers. I had too many English 2 teachers. No, I didn't start having issues until junior year of high school. But then it threw me for a loop in all my schools.
Yeah, I plain and simple. I had too many teachers
Yeah.
or too many different schools.
Anyways, dude, this has been a good first segment. I think I got a number one.
Me
so.
too. Are we done? Are we off? Are we good for? Are we?
Dude, you
off the
keep
clock?
you keep doing this every show and
What's up?
and pretending that it's over. And
No, I don't
wonder
do
how
that
many,
every show.
It's like every other show.
No, I've done
I
this.
wonder how many people bounce halfway because they think we're done. All right, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. Show is not done. I don't care what Z says after
Dude,
this.
do you edit do you fucking edit like a pause for 3 minutes and 30 seconds for however long it takes us to go do this?
No, but I just don't want people to think, I don't know.
They won't think shit because it's just gonna go. All right, time to go number one. All right, we're back. That's how long it takes. Let's go.
All right, we're back.
Back and ready.
You know what we didn't mention, dude? And we're so bad at this.
Subscribe, review.
Nah, fuck that at this point, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that too.
No.
So last year.
The holidays, the Sunday holidays for stuff. We didn't mention Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
We had a fantastic Father's Day.
Fantastic Father's Day.
We were able to have a lovely brunch and dinner with M&D at their crib,
Fantastic.
and always puts on a great meal anytime we are able to
Present.
get those.
But yeah,
Happy
shout out to all
Father's
the
Day.
fathers.
All the
Happy
fathers
Father's
out
Day.
there. Speaking of
And our father, our
Fa-
D.
our fathers, dude, we got a good set of current events, starting it off with a father, a late father, unfortunately, but a good story. And this one is Nipsey Hussle and his $1 million policy and what you should know about life insurance. And I didn't really put this in here to go through this article verbatim. I might do something though with this and maybe repost it on ASB Elite or something like that.
Be cool.
Because it's a cool read, it's a cool article, but basically, scroll back up to that picture, Nipsey. It's a dope picture. He was a life insurance advocate and a guy that believed in it, and in the end,
He just had $1 million.
yeah, it's celebrated how good of a dude he was and how responsible he was, and that was just one of the things that he did to help his planning and help his future and his girl and his kids. So shout out to Nipsey, dude.
Shout out to Nipsey and life insurance, dude. I just made designed up an ebook for life insurance.
Yes, you did, and I just wrote an ebook about life insurance.
Yep.
All right, next one. How about this, dude?
Yeah, so Big Papi, David Ortiz of the Boston Red Sox, not anymore, retired, but he was shot, for those that don't know, in the Dominican Republic. And guys, Dominicans, they're in some
Dire straits.
dire straits. It's not. I don't know who's still going out there.
I don't know.
I'm getting out if I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm fishing my own food. I'm getting my own drink.
Yeah. It's
going primal.
it seems to be pretty dangerous because they've got people dying left and right. I think last week we talked about Barbara's brother dying.
Yeah, man.
From Shark Tank, dude. That was sad. But anyway, let's see what's up with David Ortiz. There was an orchestrated
This
hit.
is something different, I think.
Well, yeah, it is different. But I actually heard a little birdie on this story, and I don't know what the official story is.
Well, Garcia was charged with being an accomplice to attempted murder. captured on camera driving the motorcycle that was used to help Oliver Moises Marable Acosta flee the scene. Prior to this, Acosta was driving a gray Hyundai Accent to the scene of the crime. Police also recovered the gun used in the crime and presented it to the media during a press conference held on Wednesday.
Hang on. Go up really quick. They were saying that the coordinator of the attack was attempting to collect a 400,000 peso bounty that was placed on Ortiz. 400,000 pesos to kill Big David Ortiz Poppy equals about 8 grand.
Less than 8 grand.
A little less than 8 grand. Could you imagine, dude? Big Poppy getting capped for less than 8 grand?
Gosh.
That's a legend. I don't even like baseball. That's a legend.
Well, especially in the Dominican too, because like he's from there, and like what the whole thing that he's done for, I feel like, for the country, and I feel like he does a lot and like goes back, and I feel like he gives back. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like he does. I feel like I've read things about him doing, for the community out there. So I don't see the move, Playboy. I don't know why you're going after him.
I heard, what I heard was that, I'm not trying to spread rumors. I'm just obviously talking on a microphone to nobody. But I heard from a little birdie that he was banging.
Who's this birdie?
Don't worry. Multiple sources, dude, that he was banging a drug lord's chick, and drug lord got upset and put the hit out.
So you read the comments. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep. That's what the comments are saying. Anyways.
Well, yeah, and side note, hopefully everyone in the Dominican Republic can stay safe, and
hopefully David has a full recovery too.
Yeah, and David has a full recovery. Yeah. Trying to say, well, I didn't say that when I had mentioned it. And I don't want people to be like, "Oh, he's shining light and being a dick." So, yeah, didn't even say that, but even still, you never know. Little chupacabra in the comments could come out.
Here we go, dude. About to call bullshit on a few of you, I think. A third of vegetarians eat meat when they're drunk. How many of you are surprised? In 3, 2, 1, raise your hand.
This guy.
You're surprised?
A little bit.
I'm not.
I didn't know they
dude.
drank, to be honest. I didn't know that they got down with the get down. I thought they just were kind of like
vegans, dude.
Yeah,
vegans are like,
dude, they get drunk on Earth, bro.
Nah, they're drinking absinthe and they're drinking. A new study of British vegetarians has found.
Drinking like 2 vodka sodas and be like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, some of them might be that way,
but maybe like their tolerance is so low they're at that point hammered, and then they got to roll through Jack in the Box or something.
Right. At
9:30, because they think that that's all that's open, but literally like everything's still open at 9:30 on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
1 in 3 veggies eat meat every time they're drunk on a night out, with kebabs coming out as the favorite illicit meat snack. I'm not sure what a kebab is.
You know what a kebab is? Kebab's great. Kebabs are phenomenal.
A kebab.
Dude, a kebab, like a shish kebab.
Is that what they're talking about?
Kebab, dude.
That's a kebab?
Yeah.
That kind of kebab?
Dude, look up a kebab.
I thought it was spelled K-E. Can you?
That is K-E.
Or I thought it was spelled K-A.
Nah, dude, you're
K-A-B-O-B.
Kebab. Look at that.
That's
it's on a stick, dude. Yeah, man. It's a Greek.
Vegan's favorite. That's their go-to when they're drunk. Is a kebab.
Yeah, kebab.
I didn't know if this was like if the kebab they meant something different in England, because they're because they did this over in England, this survey. But sure shit, dude, vegans like kebabs when they're fucked up. I'm just getting so surprised in these current events today, dude. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff.
I think shish kebab is steak. A shish kebab. And then a kebab's just chicken, maybe? I don't know.
Dude.
Looks delicious.
I don't want kebabs, Bob. I want a life.
That's so interesting that that's what they go for, though.
I would have thought like fish, fried fish.
Well, that's what they're.
Everyone likes to think they are, or they have a few guiding principles, basic stuff like no bitching about workmates, no flirting with real estate agents. If you're a vegetarian, it's pretty simple. Nothing with a face. You've chosen the meat-free life, and you'll sure as hell stick to it. Fast forward to the wrong side of round of tequila slammers, though, and the old moral compass inevitably starts to spin. While the rest of us are chewing the bartender's ear off about how Sophie and marketing can really be two-faced sometimes, and complimenting Jamie from Salvis on his aftershave, what are the goody two-shoes vegans up to?
They're eating meat.
Probably. I'm guessing that's what the rest of the article is about.
I can see vegans go to like fast food being Taco Bell for some reason.
Yeah.
I can see every vegan be like, "Oh, it's just my weakness."
Right.
What, really?
Are we done with it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm good unless you want to keep.
All right.
Going.
Let's we can skip over the survey and.
Well, we're on this for a minute. Like, it's either get to the survey or.
No, they like kebabs, dude. 22% said rarely. 26% said happened very often.
37 said on a night out when they're drunk.
Listen, basically, if you're a vegan and you get drunk and you're not a vegan when you're drunk, you're not a vegan. You're not a vegan.
You just eat vegetables most of the time. Oh, well, spoiler alert, our own podcast.
Fuck, dude. I thought we did this last week. I thought we talked about this last week.
I think you like sent it.
No, it came out on the 12th.
I think you texted it to me. Weird.
Oh man. Well, talk about
hole in one.
Yeah, talk about a
spoiler alert.
Deja vu. Yeah, it was deja vu.
Well, brother of Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran died in Dominican Republic hotel.
Hotel Dominican Republic. He died in. When I first saw this, I thought it was Barbara died. I didn't see brother of Shark Tank, or I just wasn't paying attention. I just saw.
That's how they get you.
Shark Tank star dies in Dominican hotel, and it's a picture of her. So that's obviously what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
What did he die from? This was a sudden heart attack.
Eesh. Weird.
And there's just been a few Americans. 6 Americans have died within the last year at these hotels.
5 days before an American.
What was that about the minibar? Having a drink from the minibar.
Suddenly died.
Tell you what, dude. I think I think they're poisoning people.
I mean, they gotta be.
They're poisoning Americans.
It's also unknown if he had a drink from the minibar. It was unclear.
What there was one that had some fluid buildup in the lungs. Pulmonary edema is a fluid of buildup in the lungs. Damn, dude. It's kind of sketchy to leave the country sometimes, and it makes you forget with how connected the world is with social media that not everybody has the same cultural.
Well, it's a different rule set.
Yeah, like don't poison people. Don't kill people that aren't from the same country as you. Is a practice that's generally observed in America, I think. For the most part, you get a few crazy assholes that do their thing, but like for the most part, people aren't running around poisoning non-Americans. So
no,
hopefully the Dominican Republic sorts it out, dude, because
that's not good.
Their main source of revenue down there is tourism, and if it's
what'd you say they're trying to like probably overthrow?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying like if what it could potentially be is like the drug lords or gang lords down there could be trying to keep the tourism away and take over the Dominican Republic. And they're like, fuck the government. All they want to do is make this Disneyland for these Americans. we're not going to stand for that anymore. So we're just going to start killing them so that they don't ever want to come here. And then once the country has no more money, then we take over the government.
Damn.
You know, that they could be plotting, but I watch a lot of movies, you know, and that could be that.
Well, it
But
sounds a lot like a superhero. Not to bring light on it, but it does sound like a thing that would happen in like a superhero movie. Though
I
like,
see
superhero
more
would
of
have to
like
go
a
stop.
I see more of like an action movie with Gerard Butler being the
I
guy,
could see that too.
you know.
I could see that too.
All right, what else do we have?
Esquire want me to join. I have seen all the movies. Yep, I have seen every movie. Make a classic rock cinematic universe, you cowards.
Dude, how great is this?
You probably don't even need to read this, but
Well, we could just a little bit of it since we haven't read any of them.
we have. We read all of them.
This weekend, Rocket Man passed 100 mil at the box office, which is pretty impressive considering it's an R-rated musical. Dude, I'm excited to see it. I'm
I
a
am too.
Elton fan.
I like EJ.
$41 million budget. That's nuts. Bohemian Rhapsody passed an outstanding
What?
900 million at the box office.
Damn.
Wow, dude. You know what? Here's my question: Is would they have done that well if Freddie wasn't dead? 900 million?
Mm,
Because obviously Elton John is very much still alive.
it only got 100 million in the box office. Bohemian got 900. I have a
I don't know if
time.
900 million in opening weekend or if 900 million for the entire time it was in.
It's got to be the entire
box office
thing because there's no way there's that big of a gap because Elton John's pretty fucking famous.
Right.
Think about it.
Well, it's safe to say that people are really, really fucking loving classic rock biops enough so that could be the formula for the new wave of Hollywood success. I'm for it, dude.
I am too. I think it'd be cool. Well, then because there's so many more people that you could eventually get to like the 90s. So you could start with like 60s, 70s. Like you could really build up a good and a lot of them because if you remember, well, you do obviously because you actually pointed it out to me. But in the that Motley Crue movie, how they had Slash like passed out because they were doing heroin with
Yeah, dude. When they were
Nikki
doing
Sixx
yeah,
on the couch,
when Nikki OD'd and died or almost died,
died and came back to life.
Slash was at that house, and like
So
there's
you could tell these stories from so many different perspectives and point of views
in
throughout.
time together because Slash, I actually heard an interview where he was talking about that day, you know, where he was hanging out with Nikki and these other dudes and a few other guys from other bands, and he OD'd.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but I mean, I think they could easily do it.
So, but the dude that
just gotta
plays Freddie Mercury though was in the Elton John musical. Is that what I read? I think I saw it. Yeah, there was a cameo, brief consideration. Oh, maybe it was just a consideration of a cameo. They should do it, dude, because there's a lot of
Opportunities there, and there's a
lot of
demand for
crossover.
it, I think.
There's a lot of crossover. People are interested in it too, man. I think that the older music was good and had success for a reason, and you know,
DC Universe, Warner Bros.
the only thing that I'm a little
Monsters.
bummed about with this movie is that I know you agree is that Tom Hardy was originally the guy that was going to play Elton John. Like a couple, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when this movie was first getting started, it was Tom Hardy that was going to play Elton, and then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it's this dude.
Well, it would be tough, I feel like, for him to be it because he's so many other things that aren't Elton John, which I
But
could see him wanting to do.
I
and
see him
doing it
right
well.
there though.
Yeah, but he's got the talent as an
Yeah, I
actor. But
could
the problem is
see it.
the people in the studios don't see that because they pin people kind of in a.
I just think it's a big jump from Bane to Warrior to the Inception to This Means War. Like
But those are all like kind of action movies for the most part.
yeah, but the look was different in all
For
of
sure,
them.
for sure. The look, no, he could. I don't think they're probably worried about
He can
that.
pull off the historical.
He could pull off all of it.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
not
he did
arguing
Bronson too.
that. Yeah, but
Looked totally
the only
different.
argument I'm making is that I could see studios being like, we'll pass on him.
You think he's too badass?
Could be.
Damn. All right, what else do we got? I'm
No.
for the classic rock universe
Me
though.
too.
A 2008 warehouse fire destroyed masters tracks from Tupac, Nirvana, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and more. One journalist called it the biggest disaster in music history.
What a sad. I mean, look
Dude,
at
listen
the
to-
names on here.
Listen to some of these names that we will never hear these projects. Like so this is music that was being held at where was this at? At a warehouse, in
Fire. I'm guessing L.A.
had to be LA. Well, here are some of the names, dude. Nirvana, Tupac, John Coltrane, Eminem, REM, The Roots, Nine Inch Nails, Etta James, Janet Jackson, Chuck Berry, many others.
Gosh, man, that's a list right there.
I
for
mean,
sure.
but what's crazy is to see like Nirvana on the same list as Etta James.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool to me.
Even Chuck Berry and
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the
You know-
Roots even.
Chuck Berry was the first singer to have music played in space. Chuck Berry was the first musician to have a record played in space.
That's cool. That's assuming we win.
He had
Space.
they had a radio or some sort of a music box in one of the
Okay.
spaceships
Okay.
that they played to what when they were first going to space and they were trying to figure out if they were aliens or not or intelligent life. They played a few different sounds trying to pick up on like the sounds, and one of the sounds was Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. So they played that song out in space to see if any aliens could understand it and were down with it. And
They weren't.
well, they're maybe just watching from afar.
Maybe.
It's a
Or we
weird
didn't go to space.
weird situation, dude. That whole
Yeah, this sucks though. I mean,
Space
that's a
aliens.
bummer because that's a lot of bands.
that's a lot of music,
It's a
dude.
lot of music and talented people too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, yep. All right,
You know what I mean?
new iOS 13 features robocall blocking, dark mode, improved battery charging, and more.
All positive things.
Main thing for me, dude, is dark mode. I think it's so
Dark
dope.
mode's gonna be dope because
They got it on the computers.
Well, yeah, I got dark mode on my computer.
and the Apple TV, dude.
Oh,
I've got
yes.
I got dark mode on my Apple TV and
You
my
gotta have it on
computer.
the phone too.
It's
I was
fucking-
wondering that because I'm like, dude, that's kind of frustrating because like, I got this dark mode and everything else. But
How can they not? Yeah, like how do they not have it figured out yet on the phones? I feel like that'd be the easiest.
silencing the unknown callers thing is gonna be huge too, but we're probably gonna.
Do you
see
struggle with those calls?
Not as bad as some people. Like I know some people get it bad. Like they get just harassed. But for me, it's like 2 a day at the most.
I feel like that's a lot,
that's
dude.
if it's daily. I don't get it daily though.
I feel like it's a lot. I get it.
I get it enough for it to annoy me and for me to be excited for this.
I wonder. A lot of mine I find
How do
are
they know they're
people
robot-
that
robot?
are trying to build like insurance agencies, and they're trying to sell me something, or they're trying to bring me aboard to their team, and this would be helpful for me to be able to tune those people out because it's gotten to the point where like I just don't even answer my phone anymore.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's just
maybe-
hard because most people are just like, dude, just email me. Like,
But then they
like, if I
fucking,
want,
it's a robot, dude, and they're leaving me 2-minute long messages and taking up all the space in my voicemail with this opportunity and the website, and they're saying the website 3 times so that they make sure that I got it. It's just,
yeah. I see. I don't ever get that. I just get the every time I answer it. Honestly, I don't answer my phone unless it's someone I actually know. And then if they leave a message, because if it's a number I don't have and they need me, they do leave a message, then I get back to them. But usually until then, I just am like, just because you don't know. Because every time I answer, it's like, oh, you won this, or you got a free cruise, and it's like, dude, no, I didn't. Okay,
congratulations, your debt just got paid off. Oh,
It's like,
really?
yeah, and like
Do I just need to give my social security number to
Well,
the
they'll call
guy
me
in
too, and they're like,
fucking
your
Dubai?
Chase bank account, and it's like, dude, I don't even have Chase.
It's funny. I've got Chase.
And then, yeah, dude, it's just frustrating. Well, it was like yesterday. I had a call from South Korea the other day. Speaking of robocalls, there was a robot, and they spoke to me in Korean.
They spoke to you in Korean?
They left a message in Korean.
What'd they say?
Did my blonde hair and height give it away?
Height, Z. They have tall people in South Korea.
Oh yeah, they do.
Do they?
Maybe. I've never been.
Traditionally, Asian people are shorter though, so I'll give you that. Anyways,
They're
dude,
not blonde.
what do you say? What do you say we wrap this hush puppy up?
Dude, I say we wrap it in latex before it takes our paychecks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, dude.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. And
All
I
those
remember,
little fun sayings
don't
to
be a
get people to.
don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
Yeah, there it is. Gosh,
Dude.
what a different world in the early 2010s.
Whatever happened to that, dude? People were much more responsible. I feel like when it came to that.
Yeah, they were looking out for people.
Now, dude, it's fucking like the 60s again, I feel like, in some ways. Ugh,
Yeah, dude, it's getting wild out there, man.
scandalous.
And that being
Scandalous business.
s-
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us through episode 47. This is
Don't
going to
forget-
do it for us
yeah,
on this this night. You know, we still got a few left before we close out the prologue and get into our other projects, but we're having fun, dude. Whether you guys subscribe or don't, whether you review or don't.
don't forget to like my status for Truth Is.
Yeah, that too. Z's doing the Truth Is
Running it back.
through next week, so make sure you like that. And if you want to read our ebook on life insurance, you could hit us up too. Z will send that to you.
Yeah, I can send you a copy. Send your email.
Anyways, other than that, dude, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Jay.
I'm Z, as always.
And together we're obviously Jay-Z. So, chia.
Yeah.
Hove.
You weren't ready for this one.
This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah.